Hi, it's Mark Carlson here. Today's video, what is surrender and how can we get to it? What does it mean, surrender? So surrender essentially means that we are able to pull ourselves from our thinking, because it's in our thinking that all of the challenges exist, right? Think about it. If your thinking stuff wasn't there, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. So all of our problems, all of our challenges, all of the stress comes from the way we communicate with ourselves. And surrender is when we finally give in from listening to Him and we drop to the moment. Now, it's easier said than done, but the work of surrender is to learn to pull our attention off the thinking. So look, what I do is I say to myself, what's the truth, mate? I talk to myself in a jovial way and I say, what's the truth, mate? When I get stuck on something that needs to be done and I don't have any power over it, or I'm afraid of it, or something that's going on up here, I surrender to it by pulling my attention off it and I say, what's the truth? And the truth is that my feet are exactly here, that my body is here, and that life is going on now. And everything that I'm looking at right now shows me that there's nothing to worry about. And that's for the majority of my life. Yes, there are times where I'm really called into action because there's an urgent situation, right? That happen for all of us. But for the majority of cases in life, we are, for those of us that are not in war-torn experiences, then for the majority of the cases, the moment is always okay. But He's telling us all the time, no, it's not, you should be, it should be, everything should be different, you should be. All of this stuff is continuously bombarding us with this. And when there's a lot of that going on, then we get stressed. And so the more I can bring my attention to the moment and look at the truth is that I'm here. And let me pull my attention off that and come here. Now He will say, no, you need to think about it. We've got decisions to make. We've got bills to pay. We've got this, that, and the other to do. But it won't change anything. In fact, what happens when you pull your attention off, you surrender to the moment, inspired thought comes, right? Inspired thought drops in because you're out of the way of yourself. Now, it takes practice, but 1,000 times a day, come back to the moment. Just tell yourself, let me surrender to the moment. Let me just get off that stuff for a moment and let me come down right now. That's surrender, essentially. You know, the other thing sometimes that I do is I take myself to the last breath. It's going to happen one day. I'm not asking for it to come soon. I'd like it to be a long time yet. But it's going to come one day, right? So my last breath will happen. Now, when that last breath happens, and let's say I'm conscious just before it happens, I'll have to let go. Right? Because I won't be able to do anything. The whole world will keep turning, even though I go, right? All of the people that are dying today, God bless their soul, but God bless their souls, but the world keeps churning and it will. So if I take myself to that last breath, what I would be like, may as well let go. May as well let go, because it's all going to keep going anyway without me, right? So I can imagine that surrender and bring it to myself and let go, because it's not as important as He makes it out to be. You know, if you think about the whole thing and you look at yourself compared to the whole thing, we're so small. We're so nothing, really. And yet, in the same sentence, the whole universe cannot survive without us being here as we are right now, because everything is in harmony and in balance. So we're not important to the nth degree, and we're incredibly, uniquely important as well. And we want to learn to surrender away from Him. Imagine the last breath. Don't visualize wanting to die. That's not what I'm saying. Just imagine the feeling that you'll get when you have to let go, right? There's going to be a time when you're just going to have to let go. This is it. If you're conscious, I mean, some of us are going to die like that and not realize until it's too late, until we're gone. But if we're conscious when we die, then we'll get to a place where we let go. And think about this. If you were to die right now, and God forbid you don't, but if you were to die right now, you'll be up there going, looking down saying, what the hell was I worried about? I'm dead now. You know, what was all that about, dude? You know, really, you've got to put it into perspective for yourself. Have a laugh. Have an absolutely fantastic day when you watch this. I look forward to talking to you next time. Thank you so much.